Hello, my fellow humans and aliens. Welcome to my channel. I'm Callie, pronounced as Z, and there. Power to the people. How y'all doing? So, let's get into this. I think this is gonna be maybe a little bit about a story time and like a question. I don't really know. Let's just see how it flows. Okay. So, today I was thinking, let's talk about friendship. Yeah, best friends, acquaintances, the differences, you know, people, chosen family, or friends that became family. Let's talk about that. So, I decided to talk about this today because I was really and truly think about it because I mean, I've had lots of friends, well, not a lot of friends because I've always kept my circle small, but each small circle have not so much of friends, if that's even right. There's lots of story that I have encountered with so-called friends, but I think I want to talk about this one. So there was this girl. I met her when I first came to Canada. So I'm gonna call her. What am I gonna call her? Oh, let's just call her Tia. Does that name suit her? I actually like that name. You know, fuck it. Let's call her Tia. So Tia was this girl that when I first met her, I met her in grade 7. Yes, that's when I first came to Canada. I met her in grade 7. But when I met her originally, I was not her friend. Yes, I was not her. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Originally, I just saw her in the hallway and stuff like that. So there was these group of girls. I'm not gonna even name them. There was just these group of girls. There was 4 of them. Yeah, when I say it was literally like out of those teen movies, like they used to dress the same. They were always together. They sat together. Their lockers were beside each other. I don't know if you guys remember back in like 2004 or 5 when those jumpsuit used to come out, like the fluffy jumpsuit, the furry ones. I don't fucking know. Like the juicy ones. They all had one in different colors. And I'm like, what the fuck? They even used to wear their hair the same. I'm not used to this shit, okay? I'm from Jamaica. I ain't used to that shit. But I remember I was at my locker and they came up to me and they go, oh, no, let me start. So Tia locker was not directly right beside mine, but we were like across from each other. And I must have said something to her, or I don't know what the fuck. No, I didn't say anything to her. So her locker was across from mine. I went into my locker and the group of girls' locker was close to hers. And they all came over to me and stuff. They're like, oh, hi, what's your name? So I told them what my name is. You know, my name is Callie. Yeah, so I told them my name was Callie. And, you know, we got to talking and stuff. And they're like, yo, do you see that girl over there? I'm like, which girl? So I looked around, they pointed at her. I'm like, okay, what about her? They're like, don't be friends with her. Like, she was in her group. She's no longer in her group. We don't like her, so you shouldn't like her either. And I'm like, what? Imagine you not knowing people and them coming to say that to you. So they're like, yeah, don't talk to her. We're not her friends, and you don't need to talk to her. Knowing myself and the type of person I am, you know, I walk my motherfucking ass over there to her. I walked my ass over there and she was ready. Like, she had her dukes up. She's like, what? What? You trying to fight? I'm like, relax. I ain't trying to fight you. I don't even know you. I don't have a reason to fight you. She's like, yo, I'm defensive because, like, I saw you talking to those girls and me and them is beefing. So if you're coming over to me on some type of shit, I'm ready. Like, she was literally ready to fight me. Like, this girl was, I'm ready, man. Come, let's go. I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. I don't know you. You don't know me. I just came over to introduce myself, which I did. And she introduced herself. So as again, let's call her Tia. And I'm like, do you want to be friends? And she's like, okay, like, why? I'm like, I don't know. They told me not to be your friend, so let's be friends. And she's like, okay. And we became tight. Like, we became friends to the point where we were best friends. We became like best friends. Through all of grade 7, we have gone through some shit together in grade 7. Like, we've gone through some fights. Police was being called in grade yeah, that was grade 7. Police was being called. I'm gonna tell you the story with that. So there was this guy, let's call him Tim. Tim. Let's call him Tim. And he was dating this girl, which was a part of the group. Her name, let's call her Nia. Tia, Tim, Nia. These fucking names. Let's call her Nia. So Tim was dating Nia, but Nia had a problem with Tia. Are you following? Tia is the girl that I became friends with, that I was told not to be friends with. Tim was dating Nia, who had a problem with Tia. I hope you guys follow that. So I don't have a problem with anybody. So the way how I operate, if you have as my friend have a problem with other people, and I personally don't have a problem with them, I'm not going to create a problem with them. It doesn't mean I'm going to go over there and be best friends with them. It just means I don't have a problem with them. So if they say hi, I will say hi. It doesn't mean I'm going to be best friends with them. Like, no. But I'm not going to be like, I don't fuck with you, don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. I don't roll like that. So I remember Nia was trying to fight Tia. And it was winter. So Nia was trying to fight Tia over some bullshit. And I was over it. Again, I just came from Jamaica. I ain't got time for it. Like, cut the bullshit. She was trying to fight her over some crap. And I was like, yo, wagwan, like, what happened? Why are you guys fighting? And she's like, oh, you shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. And I was like, I know me she a chat to. I can't me she a chat to like that. Look at dirty girl, me no know you a chat to me like that. Me no know you need to keep her down. Calm yourself down. When you talk to me proper. Okay? Proper English. Well, she was talking proper English, but you talk to me proper. Okay? I was not swearing at you. You don't swear at me. I come to you, I'ma ask you what go on yourself. So that was happening. And I'm like, you know what? Better yet, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You guys are fighting for stupidness. You need to shut up. She's like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm like, yo, Tia, who is she talking to? I'm like, Nia, let me warn you one more time. When you talk to me, you speak to me proper. Okay? I'm speaking to you proper. Speak to me proper. I come to you on some grown shit. You come back to me on some grown shit. Granted, we weren't even grown, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, she kept going. So I'm like, you know, all this. I balled up some snow and like smashed it in her face. And I'm like, shut up. You're pissing me off. Because you're fighting for no reason. And you're trying to fight my friend, which makes it worse. Then here comes Tim. Mr. Big Man, Big Ball Tim. Because I don't know what him feel about her, what him hear about him, probably hear about me, but me never send for you, so don't come for me. He comes up in my face, don't fucking touch my girl. I'm like, no, you are, I don't know you, so kindly back up out of my face. I don't know you. He pushed me, and I looked at Tia, and I looked at him. I'm like, did he just push me? She's like, yeah, girl, he pushed you. I'm like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, he really did push. He put his hands on me. So I'm pushing back. He pushed me again. I said, who does this guy think he is? Him thinks I'm afraid of him. So I'm pushing back. And then we got into fighting. And we're tumbling. And he's punching me. I'm punching him. And then the way at my school, because I went to, if anybody who probably watched this video who knows, I went to Arlington. So at the time, I don't know if it's still the same. There was these poles across the street from the school, and the last push he pushed me, I almost went right smack on the pole. Like my back was turned to the pole, and I almost fell on it. I could have broke my back. I probably wouldn't be here today. Like so much shit could have went wrong when he pushed me. He pushed me so hard, and I fell on it, and I just kindly glide off it. But if I fell directly on it, my back would have went. So I fell to the ground, and some of the guys that was there, because you know how people is fight, fight, fight. So people ground, they saw that happened, and that's when they stepped to him like, yo, you can't do them kind of things there. Like, this is a girl. And I'm just like, oh, this man. And I'm losing my head because I'm in disbelief that this man really thinks it. Because I'm a woman, a female, a girl child, someone's daughter, that he can put his hands on me, on poor me, who no bother people. I mean, I guess me did bother she. Well, me never really bother her because me did tell her to shut up anyways, and she never stopped. So she kind of, the way I say it, she forced my hands. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. She forced my hands. So I was just in so much shock and disbelief that this man really almost made me break my back. I was in so much anger, so much rage, so much things went through my mind to do to him. But then I realized I was late to pick up my sister, and the problems that I would face at home was way worse than me and him fighting. So my ass needed to go. Like, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. I can't sing. So me and Tia end up going to pick up my sister from school, and yeah, that turns out that wasn't it, because when we went to go to my sister's school, I had to pick her up and then wait until everyone was off and then go to Spanish class, because we took Spanish together. So we had to go to Spanish because Spanish started around 4 o'clock and her school finished at like 3:30, 3:15. So we had to wait a bit. I'm in Spanish class just for my parents to come pop up at the school, tell me we had to go back to my school because the principal called them and the police is there waiting. I start to shit my pants. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that the teachers or the principal saw what was happening, because this was after school. And I'm like, I'm going to get my ass bust at home. 1, for fighting. 2, for fighting. And 3, them don't know if me win or lose. But all them know say, police are call, principal are call. And if you are from the Caribbean, or I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing, but I know in Canada, if you have a black parent and they're being called at work, and you're at school and you're not bleed, or you're not dead, or if you're in a hospital and you call my phone while me there at work, it's a problem. And it was a problem. We go to the school, the police is already there waiting for the statement. Turns out they already went to Tim's house because the principal told him where he lived. They went to his house, took statement, went to Nia's house, took statement, and then it was just me and Tia that was left. So we had to do it at the school because I wasn't home anyways. My dad, that's why I said my dad is a very interesting man. He's so intriguing. He looks intimidating because he used to intimidate me too, but like not on purpose. But he's actually really fun and easy to talk to. I mean, I know that now being an adult, he's really like, I could reason with my dad, but like, yo, check this, and we reason. He comes up in the school, and there was a teacher. His classroom was across from the principal office, and you know, in schools, the teachers' names are on overhead, the entrance to the class. And my teacher's name was Mr. Sexton. My dad does not take anything serious, y'all. I don't know if it's because he's a Sagittarius, but he does not take shit. So it could be the most serious shit on earth, and he will still find humor in it. This man walked up in the school, saw the teacher's name, and started laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? Like, everybody's looking at him. He's like, Mr. Sexton, what kind of name that? I'm like, trust, he lives up to that name. But that's a story for another day. But that teacher lived up to that name. Yes, Mr. Sexton, if you've seen this, you probably won't. but you lived up to your name. There's a lot of people who went to my school who lived up to their name, like Mr. Strange. He was very strange. But so the Tia's mom comes in and she's giving attitude, and she looked at my parents and she's giving attitude, and she's trying to cuss my dad. My dad had to put her in her place real quick. He said, I don't give a fuck that these police are here or principal, but listen to me. When you come at me, you come at me proper. I swear I got it from him. Even though I'm adopted, I must get it from him, because he's not that type. He doesn't talk. He's very quiet. He's that type. If you argue with him not gonna respond. Just him give the one look, and if you don't get it, he will just knock you out and carry on. Like, he's just a simple man. He's a man of very few words, because he's an action guy. He don't talk. So he put her in her place. And then Tia's mom had the audacity to say, I'm bad influence on her daughter. Me, the bad influence. She didn't even know her. Say, me da fight for your daughter. Okay, that's the only reason why we're in this predicament. Because I was defending your daughter. Okay, ma'am? But we never told her. She's like, I don't want you speaking to this girl no more. Like, look what she does now. The police is involved, and we're at this freaking school at like 7 o'clock at night when we're for damn a yard. And she's just going off, and my dad is just looking at her like... And he's just smiling, because my dad is like, what is he, like 6'6" or 6'5", 6 something. He's a fucking giant. And her mom is short. So my dad is just looking over her like, this woman don't know her days, how much a clock a strike. But he's just trying to keep it cool because the police was there. But he was not having it. Needless to say, her mother told her she's no longer allowed to be my friend. Which was impossible, because we literally was in all our classes together. We did everything together, and we never stopped being friends. We stayed friends up until like grade 10. Yeah, grade 10, because some drama happened, which you guys need to hear that story. Some drama happened, and we stopped being friends. I think we stopped being friends from grade 10 to after high school. We didn't talk again until after high school, and I don't even know who reached out to who or how we started talking again, but we started talking again. We're not friends again. We haven't talked in like how many years? 2016? We haven't talked in 2016 or 2017. No, 2016. We haven't talked since then. So I don't know how she do it. I actually saw her last year on Eglinton, and Monsieur and Monsieur, pretty much. I came out the car because my mom wanted to go to Wendy's, so we went to Wendy's. And I came out the car, went into Wendy's. She's standing right there, and I swear to God, if you wouldn't even know that we know each other. I went straight into Randy's, ordered my little patty and cocoa bread. Came back out, she stand there. I'm pretty sure she was looking at me. My mom said she was looking at me. I'm gonna say her, Monsieur and Monsieur. I'm that type of person. When I'm no longer friends with you, based on what you do to me, okay, you could do whatever you want to do to me, and I'll still see you on road and say hi to you, because I'm like that. I would probably do it on purpose just to be petty, just to piss you off or annoy you. I have done it. Like, I don't talk to people but miss them. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? But when it comes to my kid, and you do some kind of ill treatment to my kid, or you mistreat her in any type of way, it's a different story. I would see her and not see her, because the best thing for me to do is to do that. Because if me and your mom meet, it's not going to be nice. Because when it comes to my kid, I don't think straight. The screws in my head, gone when it comes to my kids. So that's why I stick to myself. And I teach my daughter to see people and not see them. We're not about that shit around here. I've gone through way too much shit to have this kid. Almost dead when I'm having her. She was a preemie. She probably wouldn't have been here. She was a miracle child. I don't fuck about mines. So, yes. I know I said let's talk about friendship, and then I got into telling the story about that girl. But there's so many stories between me and her. and other people. Like, I believe I've told 2 stories so far about Sabine. There's a lot more, a lot more. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. This was short. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell. Thank you. And have a wonderful day. And don't forget, guys, to hug yourself, practice self love and self care. Enjoy your weekend. Until next time.